Yesterday was 291.9. I'm looking for 290 by the end of this week. Now, I do need to use the bathroom, but my body's not quite ready to do it yet. So this weight might be a little higher. So I might weigh again after my workout. Yeah, 292. So I will likely weigh again. I still wrote that down as my weight since it was my first weigh-in. But it will go down because I need to poo at some point. Alright. Probably early enough to do all 6 miles before the swim, but I got 2 miles in 10 minutes, 20 seconds. Now I'm going to go to the swim class. 4.2 miles, 24 minutes. I went slow because I didn't want to sweat. I wasn't able to get it on my watch because it's still recording swim. So I'll have to edit the swim from my phone. But yeah, it's locked in swim mode. And apparently you have to like hook it up to a charger to get it to stop. Yeah, so anyway, I'll edit that later. But I am going to go see how tough it is to climb 10 stairs. Like 10 floors, because there is a badge for that if you do it. So I'm gonna try, but I don't want to get sweaty because I've already showered. I'm clean, so we'll see. Okay, so that is not happening because I looked at the clock and I was like, is that right? Is it really like 9:56? Because I've been here since like 7:30. I mean, no, I got here like 10 till 8. That's why I wasn't able to do all 6 miles before the swim. But yeah, I didn't realize that it was that late, so I have to take my butt home because I have a meeting that I pay for, like author coaching, and it starts at 9. Now, not 9, 10. Now I think it was 10. Pretty sure it was 10. If it wasn't 10, it was 11, but I think it was 10. Anyway, so I gotta get my butt home for that. There is usually like up to 7 people, and we each get 10 minutes each with a question, but last time I was the only one, so I got to talk about more, and so I hope that I'm not the only one this time, since I am going to be running like, 5-10 minutes late. 10 minutes late, because it's already 9:53. My thing says 10:53. I have to take an hour off, but anyway, and I got to reset this watch because it's still on water mode, and I've not been in a pool for an hour and a half like it says I have. I've exercised for an hour and a half, but I haven't been in the pool for an hour and a half. So anyway, I'll have to fix that, and then hopefully there's a way I can add in the bike manually. But yeah, I gotta hurry my butt home, because if there is no one there, she might sign out of it. But there's also a call-in number that I can use, so I might look that up while I'm at the stop sign. That way, even if I'm the only one, I can still have my portion of the call. I'm gonna do that. Alright.
To get them prepared. This is a blessing. Like, I would do that on the way to work, and on the way home from work, I would do 5 minutes until you're ready to leave it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that's really helpful. And I have like...
And maybe you put on some jazzy meeting music. Like,
Breakfast was 180 calories. Now we've moved on to the 400 calorie lunch. So I have 1 taco, just meat and cheese only. I used the rest of the meat, so this is the last taco. And then I have like 135 grams, something like that, of grapes. And I'm just going to be drinking water. My mama is calling me right now, and I'm going to answer her, so I got to be really quick. But going to have apples and one of these Reese's Pieces trees, which brings me to 813 calories for the day, and 43 grams of protein. I'm on my way to chiropractic. I just got done with the grocery store. I only needed 2.5 days worth of food. I know I still have bagels, oatmeal, and pancake mix at home for breakfast, so I can do that. And then for lunch, I know I have some Vienna sausages and Cheetos, but that's not very filling. So I got these turkey and Swiss sliders, and then one of them was a ham and Swiss, I think. Whatever it was white cheese. I don't know if it was Swiss or if it was Munster. I don't know. We'll find out. But anyway, those deli sandwiches are always really good, and they're 600 calories for the whole container, and there's 4 of them. Not gonna lie, probably gonna eat one when I get home. I am ravenous right now. Yesterday I wasn't like super hungry. Like I ate before I went to bed and everything. The corn on the cobs, and I did a ton of exercise. But today it's like, now it's catching up to me, like all the energy expenditure, and I'm like, I just want to eat a huge ooey gooey warm brownie. I just want a warm brownie or some like fresh baked cookies, and I could just eat them. So yeah, the grocery store, when I went by the ice cream aisle, normally it doesn't really appeal to me much. Like, I like ice cream, but I'm not normally like, oh yes, I need to get boxes of this. Oh my goodness. I was like, I'm walking out of this aisle as soon as possible. I was like, all the ice cream was just like the different kinds that they had, like the crunch one, like not crunch, but like, I mean, it is crunch, but it's not like the chocolate crunch. It's like the other ones, like the white and pink layered over the popsicle, like over the ice cream pops. I don't know what it's called, but like there was so many different flavors and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, I want it all. And then now I'm passing my little coffee hut, and I'm like, oh, I want that too. But I can make coffee at home, and I've already let myself get the coffee hut like twice recently, so I can resist. So I got my chicken breast, I got my watermelon, and I got my little sliders, and I got my butt out of there. So it was $17 and some odd cents for all of that food, and it's like 2.5 days worth of food. So the sliders will be for my lunches, and then for dinners, I can have leftovers tonight if I want to. I set out some old steak strips, but they might be freezer burnt. It seemed like there was a lot of ice in the baggie. And whenever I put them in the freezer, it might have been like a day after the sell-by date. So, I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah, so I got the chicken breast for tomorrow and the next day for dinners. And we still have leftovers from what my husband cooked last night. I will figure that out based off of whatever calories I have later in the day. But food ain't cut it today. I was hungry like the breakfast actually was I was shocked that it was filling. Because it was like one little thing of yogurt and then the little rice cakes. It kind of tasted like Cocoa Puffs, but it was just rice cakes. So it was like, that whole plate that I had was 90 calories. I weighed it out. I weighed it out to the ground. But anyway, so yeah, but I'm feeling ravenous right now, and yeah, I will have to do grocery shopping again when we on vacation. I might not do it the day we land. We'll probably go out to eat somewhere nice on the first night, and then get whatever. And then we have a hockey game. We're going to see the Penguins and the New Jersey Devils. It'll be my first game to go to, so I'm really excited, especially after reading all them hockey romances. I can understand it a little bit more, the game. And I was writing a hockey romance book. What was so weird is I was writing my hockey romance book, a year before Hockey Romance became a thing, and I never finished or published it. Just like, man, and now it's on the tail end, because the things that become niche, the niches only last for like 3 years, and then they fade out, and it becomes something else. But anyway, hockey's kind of stuck around a little longer than some of the other things that took off. So maybe it's here to stay for a while. But I think it's most of it's just because the author's like writing all the puns, like "fuck off" stuff like that on their book titles. I think that's part of the reason, like legit. But anyway, so yeah, I'll be getting groceries somewhere for the hotel, and everything I got today, none of it has to be frozen. So if I don't eat it, I can move it to the freezer. But some of it lasts for like 2 or 3 weeks in the fridge, so it is processed because it's like pre-cooked, but it's still healthier food. But anyway, yeah, I'll freeze it if I don't eat it in time. But also when we go to the hotel, I'll probably be doing similar, like find a grocery store, get me some little sliders or something, or make my own deli sandwiches, and my husband can do the same. Because the convention that he's in, the gaming convention, is at the hotel we're staying at. Hey, baby. Oh, my sweet bear. My sweet, sweet boy. Oh, wow, the camera fell over. Well, that's how you know I'm not looking at my phone while I'm driving. I'm hands-free when I drive. Hands-free, baby. Hands-free and eyes on the road. The road. As it should be. But anyway. I'm going to go in and eat some sliders because I want them. They sound yummy and I'm hungry. Legit hungry. Probably because I did all the working out that I told y'all about, and then my step count right now is at 4,200 steps, which is, so I'm almost halfway there. So 1.88 miles walked. For a sedentary person, that's more than it seems. But then I also did the bike and I did water aerobics. So I've done a lot of activity today. I've burned a lot of calories. And I need to eat. I need to eat. I've only had like 800 calories today, and I've burned way more than that. So I'm like, time to get some more calories in my body. But I'm going in. Hey, buddy. 3:30, and here is what I am eating. And I'm having this for the drink because Hubs didn't have any. So. All right, and so I had those sandwiches earlier. So this is my next meal. I say meal. I just figured I'd start with the vegetable. There is leftovers that I can eat, but this brings me only 100 calories from my 2,000 that I get. I did eat some chocolates. I can't remember if I showed y'all those, but I had 4 Lindor chocolates, the little balls. I'll show you. These things, these little balls. I had 4 of those. They were very good. They were very good. And then I was like, when I ate the 4th one, I was like, why did I do that? And then I was like, I think I just need to go eat food. I really am hungry. And I think it's just because I have increased my exercise to like twice the level of what it normally is. And my body is like, what are you doing? I think I do need more calories. So I might go over intentionally today because my body is like, we need food. But I'm starting with the corn first. Starting to tire out. It's 9:56. I really wanted to just eat one of the pieces of chocolate, the Lindor ones, because it's like 70 calories for one. And that'd be enough to satisfy me, but it was not. And then I was like, okay, well, maybe 2 will. because I didn't want to go over my calories by like 300. So I was like, let's just incrementally. And then by the time I had that one, I was like, you know what? I'm still going to need a meal. I might as well just eat a third Lindor. So I have had a total of 7 Lindor chocolates today. 7. And I had the Reese's thing. So, like, almost half of my calories consumed today have just been chocolate treats. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, because it's 280 plus 280 plus 70. Oh, it's been more than 500 calories. And then plus 180 for the Reese's. Even though my app logs it as 170, I didn't bother with the 10 calories. But the product is actually 180. But the app just had 170. 10 calories here or there is not a big deal. Not in my size. But anyway, yeah, poor decision making on my part. All the chocolates. All the chocolates. But yeah, I'm hungry. So I'm going to go get leftovers, which is going to be the hamburger helper. You just heard my stomach growl. Did you hear that? That was not a fart. That was my belly. I think that to be at as big of a deficit that I am, which is like 1,000 or more calories, because your body needs more or less depending on how much activity you do that day. But yeah, I have like 1,000 plus calorie deficit. I think that's too much, adding in an hour of vigorous exercise and 6 miles on the bike and trying to hit 10,000 steps. I think it's just too much for me. And I do have fibromyalgia, so I'll have to watch with overstressing my body, because if I do, then I'm going to go into shutdown mode and like just lay in bed to try to regain my energy. But anyway, I am looking at my watch. Today's the first day. So earlier in the day, it had my resting heart rate as 60. Now it has it at 76 right now as I'm talking. Yeah. Part of that's because every hour it would alert me and I would do steps, and then it's also been vibrating when I get notifications, and the jolt is sending my body into like fight or flight. So it like probably registering it, like it's asked me twice today how I was feeling because it noticed like a uptick, and I'm like, I'm fine. It's the vibration that like gave me the fight thing. But anyway, I wanted to tell you my step results since we're at the end of the day now. I am at 6,696 steps. Y'all. Y'all. That was with a lot of intentional step taking today. So yeah, normally it would be below 2,000. I'm pretty sedentary. It says so far I've burned 2,840 calories. Because it does like your not resting, it does your BMR, puts it in there too. And then for the distance, it has 3.01, and then for the active zone minutes, it did 33, which the bike doesn't accelerate my heart super high. It's usually in like 112, 116, just because my level of fitness has improved greatly from what it used to be, because it used to be like 132 when I would be on the bike. But yeah, it says I did 4 floors today. I don't know where those floors came from, because I didn't. I didn't. But I did do some walking in place where I was like high knee, so maybe that's where that came from. And then, yeah, distance 3.01 miles. What else does it have on here? Yeah, it might have deleted one of the things I tried to delete because it was inaccurate on here, which was the swim time was inaccurate. So, but yeah, my knees are tired right now. My knees are not liking me. They do not like me. I'm tired. It's 10 o'clock. I want to go to bed. But also, I'm hungry. So, I think I just need to not try to do so much tomorrow, because today was supposed to be an active rest day. Maybe a bit too active for a rest day. It's just too much all at once, I think. But, yeah. I'm gonna microwave me some leftovers. I edited 3 videos today, finally. I'm still super behind. I got a ton of dishes in here that are needing to be done, but my mom's gonna come over tomorrow to help me clean the house before vacation. I have, like, bad ADHD, so certain parts of the housekeeping stuff, I was just like, no. No, so I will pay her to come help me. But anyway, I cleaned off the counters, and I have a load going in the dishwasher, and then I have a sink full of the stuff that can't go in the dishwasher, and then my oven has all the dirty dishes. And you could be like, I also have OCD, like actual OCD. So everything is a mess, and it's a bit chaotic, but like I have the bowls stacked by like size and type, and I do that with the plates and everything too, to wash them, not to put them away, to wash them, because it's the most efficient way. And you always start by washing the least dirty dishes first and putting them away. And then end with the dirtiest dishes. But I'm not going to be washing all the dishes. I'll let my mama do that, and I will work on the living room and my office because they're chaotic, but I need the body double. So if someone is working at something, it makes me want to work hard, and so I don't get in my head as much with the ADHD and the OCD. And like being like, I get a lot of fatigue with like, okay, I have to decide where each little item goes. It's overwhelming. But anyway. Oh, yeah, and I can't take ADHD meds anymore because they were giving me heart palpitations, and the non-stimulant one, bupropion, is like the non-stimulant version, and that was giving me panic attacks. So I just kind of have to manage it on my own, and luckily I have disability, and so I can spend that giving my mom some money to help me get my house clean. So it helps. But anyway, all right, time to eat. Alright, we could be alright. Any of you with ADHD, do you have a constant playlist going in your head? Because I always have music in my head. And it's like, I saw something the other day, and I don't know if it was a movie or a show, but they talked about, like with your memories or something, like if a song, like your brain wants to complete things. So like if you turn off your car in the middle of a song, that song will keep coming back to you throughout the day because like your brain wants to like close the loop. And I have noticed that where I'd like get in my car and start singing a melody, and then I turn on my car and it's playing that song. Because like if it was like from Spotify, so it just like paused it or whatever, because I have my alarm set up to pull random songs from Spotify to wake me up, so it's different every day. But yeah, and Shawn Mendes, I think, was one of them. Shawn Mendes was the one that woke me up this morning, so I've had that song in my head a lot today. But anyway, I'm so tired. But yeah, I'm making it easy on myself. I did the paper plate, plastic fork, even though there is clean silverware, but there's not a clean plate available right now because almost all the plates are either dirty or they're currently being washed in the dishwasher. But I just want to be able to throw it away because all the other dishes are already stacked to make it easier to wash. My mom's going to be here at 7 a.m. in the morning, which means I actually have to wake up at 7, which is when my alarm goes off. Go to the gym, do my 6 miles on the bike, and then come back here to clean. So honestly, I'm not worried about getting anything done other than the hour-long workout. I don't even care much about the 6 miles tomorrow because I'm going to get so many steps in cleaning. Like, I thought about just canceling so that I wouldn't have to do that too, but I'm still going to go, because next week's vacation, so I want to get as much in while we can. I nuke my food, so I'm going to do 2 minutes 30 seconds and then stir it, and then I might have to put it in for another 30, but there's a teensy bit left in the pot because, yeah, I'll show you what's left. My husband made this yesterday. I had 12 ounces of it. The rest was all him, and now me. But, yeah. fatty version of me would have said, oh, that's not enough for a person to have for a full meal, so I'll just eat it all. Because there's not enough for someone to have it for. But not fatty version of me is like, you don't need it, you're already going over your calories, so stick it back in the fridge. I like Honey Bison saying, like, you're not a trash can, because I've definitely treated things like I am a trash can, like, don't be wasteful, so in order to not be wasteful, by throwing it in the trash can, I become the trash can, and just eat the thing, and it's like, you're not solving world hunger by doing that. I don't think that you should, I don't think that you should leave food on your plate at restaurants. You're paying for that. But I always get to-go boxes. So just get a to-go box. But yeah, I look at people funny when they don't get a to-go box and they have all this food left on their plate. I'm like, what? That is wasteful. But like, you're in your own home. You can stop when you're full and just put the rest away. It's not hard to do. So, yeah, but, so I get it when it's like, I mean, I do need to start practicing it, the whole, like, you're not a trash can, when it comes to certain things. Because, like, if you get a food, which this might come from, like, people that are, like, the salad eater type people. If you get a food and it's not going to keep well, then teaching yourself to be okay with leaving it on the table is probably a good thing. So, like, I'll get desserts, and I always eat them before the actual meal, so that I can just take my meal to go, because it will travel better. But also when I'm, like, satisfied, and I'm like, honey, I'm done, I try to get him to eat it. Yeah, this is nuked. This is fine. I try to get him to eat it, but he wants to make sure I enjoy my dessert, so he will not share it with me. He will not eat any of it until I literally say, like, take it and shove it toward him, and I was like, I don't care if you throw it away. Like, I do not care. I cannot eat another bite, and then he'll gobble it all down. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what was I doing? Oh, my scale. I gotta weigh it. If you ever forget to tear out your weight on the scale, like, this required microwaving, so it's not like I could just, like, turn on my scale with the paper plate, microwave for 3 minutes, and then it still have that data in there. So what I do, and what I do when I just forget in general, is I get the same item, a clean one, I place it on there, and then I can tear it so that it goes to 0. For some reason it's on kilograms, probably because I washed it today. Alright, we just want ounces for this one. Yeah, pounds and ounces. Okay, put it there, and then I did not pre-measure it, so I don't know how much is on here. Hopefully I didn't eyeball too much. 8.3, so it's less than last night. 8.3 ounces, so that is a little over 1 serving, which is a cup, which is the serving. So I have to look at my data from yesterday and then figure out 0.3 is what percent of 8 and log it correctly. I don't think I have a water in my office right now, so I have one just sitting there. Turn it off. Yes. Okay. All right. Good night, everyone. Good night. Good night. Did I show you on my plate? It's full. That's my plate. And I spread it out, so it's stirring the heat around. Anyway, good night. Been 6 weeks and my sprained ankle still swells in the evening. So this is the normal ankle. Turned inward. And here is the sprained ankle. Also turned inward. It looks super big today. What is that about? Why is it so big? Oh my goodness. And it was adjusted today, which should have alleviated that, not made it big. I don't know what's going on, why it's so swollen. I mean, I did the bike and I did exercise. Am I exercising too much? That's just really, really big.